So about 3 years ago, I said that I dislike Adventure Time in one of my old videos, and then later I said that my general opinion of that show improved. Some people wanted me to make a new video in which I tell what is my current opinion about this show, and well, here it is. I'll make it clear, I'm not a fan of that show. But I don't hate it anymore. It's just one of those shows which a lot of people like, but it leaves no impression on me whatsoever. So it's basically the same thing as with Rugrats, another show that many people love, but I just don't get it. Probably the main reason why I can't connect to this show are the characters. I don't care about them at all. There's nothing about them that would make me interested in the whole show. Both Finn and Jake have nothing about them. Those two are sometimes slightly annoying, but most of the time the best word to describe them is meh. And characters that I describe as meh are characters I don't care about. They could be killed off in the first episode and I wouldn't care. I don't even hate them really. They are just bland. And yes, that's a matter of opinion. If you don't consider them bland, that doesn't mean that I have to consider them to be something special. The supporting characters aren't much better, or worse for that matter. Except for Lumpy Space Princess, yeah, she is really annoying. Yeah, that's probably the main problem. I don't care about any characters in this show, and in the end it just ends up being uninteresting. I watched I think like 10 episodes, maybe 12, just to see if it's one of those shows that takes some time for me to start liking it, and there really isn't anything about this series that is worth commenting. I did like one episode, however, but that's mainly because it's not about Finn and Jake, but about... what was it? I think it was some kind of Iceman and a fire dog. I haven't watched it in a while, so I'm not sure. It's not the most original plot, but it was nice to watch, and it reminds me of those short cartoons that get published online, and it ends with a moral, of course. Yeah, I like those cartoons. The only thing about that episode that I didn't like are the few short moments where Finn and Jake and the Ice King appear. Yeah, useless filler. I know that a lot of people on one of my old videos complained that I criticized how the characters look. Okay. If the show was interesting enough, I wouldn't care about the animation or how the characters look. It wouldn't bother me, except if it would be really horrible. But since I consider the show bland, yeah, I pay more attention to such things. And the characters look hideous. I hate how they have those small dotted eyes and such a simplified appearance, and they have those long spaghetti arms and legs, yeah. And they are simply ugly. I don't care if you're offended by that, I consider those characters to be ugly. They are among the most hideous characters that I've ever seen in any kind of animated series on television. The first time I saw Finn, I only saw his head, and yeah, I swear to God that back then I thought that it's some kind of strange mutant maggot alien thing, or maybe a slug at best. I didn't expect that this thing is a human. So when I found that out, I was like, what the hell? Seriously? This is how you draw a human? It's almost as bad as how the breadwinners draw ducks. I mean, I hate that kind of character style. It's horrible. So yeah, I'm not a fan of characters that look kind of grotesque. Except if it kind of fits the show, but it's hard to describe. Sometimes it fits the show, sometimes it just comes across as a little bit silly. Sometimes it's just hideous. With Adventure Time, it's just hideous. A lot of people also got really upset that I said that this show has a lot of fan tarts. I used that word quite a lot some time ago. Now I mostly avoid it. But let me just make one thing clear. I didn't mean with that all the fans of the show, but only quite a significant part of the fan base that goes batshit insane if somebody says something bad about their precious little show. So yeah, now that we got that thing out of the way, it really is surprising how many people got upset because I said something bad about their show. And it weren't just kids. I received a lot of negative feedback, a lot of insult and even death threats from people that are in their late 20s and even in their 30s. I'm like, the hell? You're 10 years older than, over 10 years older than me in some occasions, and you behave like a stereotypical fanboy that's like 10 years old and goes insane if somebody says something about his favorite show. Like, seriously. But yeah, at least those people leave a lot of funny comments. Yes, I'm not bothered by your insults. They come across as really entertaining sometimes. And yeah, back then when I met my old villa, she also couldn't yeah, I would say that at that time the show was probably at its height, so it was, I would say, even more popular than it is now. And yeah, back then you basically couldn't say anything negative about the show on the internet. Let it be on the comments of video, if you made a video yourself, if you wrote something about the show, if you said something that the fans didn't agree with you, they would go insane. And that's silly. It simply is silly. Yeah, what's another thing? Let me just see from the list that I made here. Yeah. Also wrote down there that I don't get how those people function in real life, because obviously there is no way that everybody is going to agree with you. Heck, just say one person that you think agrees with you on most things, and I'm sure sooner or later you're going to find something that you two completely disagree about. So yeah, I don't get how those people function in real life. I mean, okay, to each his own. I'm not going to go there. I think that this is about it, about this show. It's not a show that I would hate. I don't hate it. I simply can't even hate it. I mean, there are so many worse shows out there. This one is just not interesting to me. I could watch it, but I would consider it a waste of time. But it's not one of those shows that would make me go like, oh my god, why was it made? No, it's not like a regular show. That one makes me do that. This one is just, okay. I didn't consider that funny. I didn't consider that entertaining. What's the point of this show? Yeah, that's basically my opinion about this show when I watch it. It's just a lot of meh. And that's it. So I don't hate it. But I also don't like it, and I will make that clear. I'm not going to keep that to myself because a few people will get offended over it. Because frankly, I didn't say anything really that bad and insulting about this show in this video. So, if you get offended, please tell me why you get offended, because frankly, I don't get how you can get offended over this video when there are plenty of worse things that you can find on the internet. So yeah, that's it. Now I will see how much whining and complaining I will get in the comment section. Maybe things have changed. I did get a lot less of those strange butthurt comments in my videos in the last few months than I used to do in the last 2 to 3 years. So, I'll see. Anyway, after I'm done editing this video, I will play Soma, the brand new game from the developers of Amnesia, and now that's something that I would really like to see. Because I've seen the promo, I've seen the teasers on YouTube, I've seen some gameplay on YouTube, and I think it's going to be one really interesting video game. So yeah, bye.